In this video, we're going to look at speaking to inform. When you're doing an informative presentation, your object or your goal is to share information with others so that you're enhancing their knowledge or their understanding of the information, the concept you're trying to present, or the idea. Now, this isn't always easy. When you're informing, you're literally assuming the role of teacher. Essentially, informing means that you are teaching us about something. And it's not easy because information is rarely understood exactly as you intended. And that goes back to the ideas that if I were to say, think of a dog, and everyone thinks of a different dog because we don't all have the same experiences, we're not the same person. So information that you share doesn't always come across exactly as you intended it to. And just standing up there and talking doesn't mean that communication has occurred. So it is a big responsibility, a big job to try to inform people and make sure they get the information that you need. Another thing to keep in mind is that you want to make sure your informative message is not persuasive. And in doing that, remember that you are teaching us about something. You are giving us more information about it. You're not asking us to think a certain way. You're not asking us to do anything. This is not your opinion. It's all fact-based information. When you're trying to think of a topic that you might want to present on, you can think about the different areas of informative or classifications of informative subjects or topics. You could talk about an object, which is describing or explaining anything you can see or touch, such as buildings, animals, cities, things like that. You could talk about procedures, discussing how something works or describe a process that has a specific outcome. This can include things like how to sail a boat, how to clean teeth, how to plant a tree. You can have a speech about people. It could be about someone famous or someone that you know. Now keep this in mind. A speech about a person needs to be more than just a timeline. You have to have a reason you chose that person, and think about the reason. And think about the person that they are and what made them that person. So yes, you do talk about their life, but maybe it's this incident in their childhood, along with this incident as they were a teen, as this incident as a young adult, whatever it is, things that happen in their lives that you touch upon that made them the person they are today, that impacted them in such a way that made them the person that they are. So when you're talking about a person, it's more than just a timeline of their life. You could talk about special events. It could be such things as a major social event, something environmental like a big storm, or a political event like a war. You could talk about an idea. Now, ideas are a little trickier because they're abstract. And they're tricky because you have to, again, avoid opinion. They have to be fact-based. So some ideas can be discussed, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do this, and you have to, again, stay to fact-based. It's not opinionated. You're not, again, asking us to think about things a certain way.